Hi folks, nanotransformation.com, and as we look at more nano defense protocols and bio-nanotechnology defense protocols, it's interesting that early on in our research we discovered that you really have to fight nano with nano. I know that sounds kind of like a bad Metallica song, but it really is a true thing. A lot of the technologies that are useful are also working as catalysts or antagonists towards nanotechnology. The key word of the day then is zeolites. There's all kinds of stuff out there about zeolites. I don't want you to confuse zeolites with humic or fulvic acid that you'll hear talked about in the natural health and living foods movement. Okay? Humic and fulvic acid is a whole different topic. They're biomolecules, whereas zeolites are non-biomolecules. Essentially, they're volcanic structures. There's a huge controversy out there about all this stuff, and what I'd like to clear up quickly without getting into too much detail. You can get more detail inside the book, and you'll see the zeolite product that I do recommend. It's not a zeolite product that I myself have tried yet, and this is 2009. We're looking at December of 2009. So I'm only recommending it for the following reason. As you know, we will never recommend any products that we ourselves have not tried with effectiveness. I have actually tried another zeolites product with great effect. It was a great experience early on. I noticed immediately the difference and the quietening of the symptoms. But it was not the product that other Morgellons sufferers recommended. And one person, a friend of mine, longtime Morgellons sufferer, can't stop taking the zeolites that we recommend in our book without immediately having fibers happen again. She uses ETF, which is tapping, along with liquid zeolites and human growth hormone. Those are the only three things that she uses to treat her Morgellons. She doesn't even use Nutrist Silver, which is an amazing product which I myself take every day. So my point here is that I have not taken the substance that I recommend, but I'm tossing it in the book as a pointer to my friend who has had a great success rate with it. I've tried another zeolite product, which is very, very good as well. However, I'm going to clear up some confusion about zeolites. Zeolites are essentially volcanic rock and ash that it comes into contact with cool alkaline water springs after a volcanic eruption. There's other ways that it works as well. You'll hear all kinds of taboo things out there in the marketplace working against MLMs that sell zeolites or any zeolite company products that are out there, because zeolites can be carcinogenic. A carcinogen is the idea that a molecule or a nanomolecule is shaped in a way. If you look at National Geographic in the 80s, they have these really sharp and jagged, they have a whole episode or a whole National Geographic in the 80s, I believe it was 1985, that talk about the look, shape, and feel of carcinogens. And they can be all different kinds of minerals and non-biomolecules, meaning nanomolecules. They're essentially made up of different compounds, but you need to understand that the carcinogen-forming zeolites are a very specific type of zeolite on the spectrum of about 30 to 50 zeolites. The kind of zeolites that are out there that are a part of liquid zeolite products is something called kalinitolite. Hopefully I said that right. This is how you spell it. Okay, and this is the process of making this stuff safe for human consumption actually is a serious health concern. It's not known to be carcinogenic with jaggedy edges and all these things that are unhealthful and not useful and not bioavailable. The shape and the processes by which a company has to process this in a lab is pretty huge. This is why the product that I'm actually recommending, which we have actually not tried, comes from A, the research I did after I took my variety of it, and B, the difference between how they handle and cleanse this stuff and process it, which is different from the stuff that I was taking. Also, because I have good friends who have been taking this product in this particular form, I feel much safer. Not to mention Dr. Gabriel Cousins, who are our friends over there in his whole living food situation, uses the same kind that I'm recommending. But what I really want you to understand is that this is the particular subset or variety of zeolites that is useful. Zeolites are molecular adsorbents, not to be confused with absorbents, that is to absorb a fluid into a particular medium. An adsorbent is essentially a molecule's ability or a medium's ability to create a film. Atoms or molecules collect on a surface. So this is why zeolites are so famous for detoxing in the body. The grain of truth from this detox really comes from the fact that they're used in industry for water filtration, very similar to charcoal and these kinds of things, but it's much more powerful when used. There's all kinds of industrial uses which actually take advantage of the adsorbent, okay? So that's a little bit about zeolites. We talk about it more on the website. This whole thing is not part of our less than $300 or less than $200, I think is it 200? Yeah, less than $200 protocol. Okay, this is if you were to purchase something like this, zeolites are not cheap. Okay, they're just not cheap. These are not part of our initial protocols. Gun to the head, how do I get rid of the natural symptoms? How do I follow the first pyramid hierarchy? This is one of the many methods for those of you who are actually well-funded and have money. So I just want you to know that's what we're recommending with zeolites, okay? So this is more of the advanced protocol, okay, for Morgellons. Thank you very much. This is Nanotransformation signing off.